Hey, what up guys, John from Mongo Fishing. Today's video is about the biggest news in bass fishing industry right now, and that's the new tournament trail starting next year, the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour. And before I get into that, let me tell you that one of the local tackle stores here in Arkansas, Geared, down in Hot Springs, is doing a contest, and it's a Dare to Declare challenge, where it's us amateur guys declaring what tournament trail we're fishing next year. Kind of like the big guys are releasing which tournament trail they're fishing next year. Well, we're going to do the same thing. So that video is coming out shortly. I have some ideas. I haven't started working on it yet though, so stay tuned for that. Let's get into what you guys are actually here for, and that's the discussion on this Major League Fishing new Bass Pro Tour. So on or about September 11th, Major League Fishing did a press release where they said they're taking 80 of the world's best bass fishermen and starting a new tour in 2019, and that's the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour. Now it's going to follow the same Major League Fishing format of catch a fish, weigh a fish, release the fish. Unlike most tournament formats, you know, like BASS or FLW, or pretty much every other tournament trail in the world, where you catch a fish and you keep it, and take your heaviest 5 in for weigh-in. Instead of going out and catching, you know, 5 4-pounders, a dude could go out there and get the same weight by catching, you know, 20 1-pounders. So that's their format. Catch a fish, weigh a fish, not your best 5. Personally, for me, Major League Fishing's never really appealed to me. I've watched it, you know, once or twice several years ago. It just seemed really thrown together, and so I didn't like it. Now I've heard that it's really good. I just haven't seen it. I don't even know what channel it comes on. I don't know if I get the channel. So I can't speak firsthand for that. Drop a comment if you can educate me. So back to the discussion. You've got 80 of the best anglers. Now they pulled those 80 from FLW and from BASS. I don't have the list of who they sent it to, but I will put the list of who accepted. I'll put that down in the description. But huge names. I mean, KVD's moving over. Brennan Polinick is moving over. Jason Lambert's moving over. I mean, there's a bunch of really big names that are no longer going to be in FLW or BASS, and they're going to fish the new Bass Pro Tour instead. So anyway, kind of some of the details is when they released this, they said that this is going to help grow the industry. Or sorry, this is going to help grow professional bass fishing. And, you know, I can kind of see it, and I also don't see it. To me, growth is new people coming in, not people that already fish moving tours. And so, you know, these 80 guys move up or move to a different tour. That creates 80 new spots for people to move up from the Costas, or, you know, the Bassmaster Opens or whatever, move up to Bassmaster Elites or the FLW Tour, or whatever. But again, to me, that's not growing the industry. That's just kind of reorganizing the industry a little bit. They do say that in the next few years there's going to be a feeder system for Major League Fishing and some grassroots tour events that are coming. So, you know, maybe that'll start growing, but for the time being, I don't see it as growth. I don't know, feeder system, is it going to be called minor league fishing? I don't know. From a marketing and business standpoint, I can see the growth potential here. You're going to have 850 hours of television time and 350 hours of live streaming that they're going to do. So businesses that currently aren't involved in sponsoring bass fishing may want to get involved now. I mean, that's 850 hours of television time where, you know, their little sticker on somebody's boat or their name on a jersey is going to get aired to millions of people. So I can see that, how from marketing and business this is growing the sport. I just don't see it from the angling perspective how it's growing the sport. Again, drop a comment below if you can explain it to me a little better, because I think maybe I'm just looking at it from a wrong perspective. But here's the biggest question I have right now, is what's going to happen at the 2019 Bassmaster Classic when, or if, one of these 67 people that left Bassmasters ends up winning the Bassmaster Classic. Like, how awkward is that going to be? For a lot of these guys, the Bassmaster Classic is going to be their last BASS event. And it's, you know, the biggest event that there is, the Classic, right? So how weird is it going to be if the guy who wins the Classic is a guy who's saying goodbye to Bassmasters and is not going to fish them again? Now, typically, if you win the Bassmaster Classic, you're invited to next year's Classic. Like, you know, if you win the 2019 Classic, you get a seat at the 2020 Classic. But there's some caveats to that. You have to fish the Elite Series for that year. So, you know, we say that Brandon Polinick wins the 2019 Bassmaster Classic and gets his seat to 2020 Bassmaster Classic. He can't fish the 2020 Bassmaster Classic unless he fishes the BASS Elite Series, which he won't do because he just switched over to the BASS, or sorry, to the new Bass Pro Tour. So, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's just going to be kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to transpire. Certainly interested to see what happens and what you guys think. That's about it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. It's right down there. Looks like me holding a fish. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below, man. There's lots of things you can comment on right here. Do you see this as growth of the sport, or do you see it as growth of from a business and marketing standpoint? How weird is next year's Classic going to be, the 2019 Classic, with a bunch of these qualifying guys, this being their last event? And what do you think of MLF, of the Major League Fishing format? Do you like the catch a fish, weigh a fish, or do you like the bring in the best 5 to weigh in? Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, get out of the water, be safe, and go stick some lips.